Hello and welcome back to the Dutchman games. This is Dresden, the third of the last series. Attackers Smack My Yak, the Prophet Edward Snowden, Isaac 3400, Johannes, Dutchman, and Hellenic Warriors are the defenders. So uh, this is the last game of the good stuff. Before we move on to the different map, this is fought in 2021, in March 2021, so we're going forward in time. And we now know the map. If you've seen my previous two games, you are familiar with the map and you are familiar with Spain as a force that you could have guerrillas and in that way preoccupy the enemy while you could cross the river. So it wouldn't become a protracted river battle. I am going to put this on slow motion and just go over army compositions quickly. So the rules are 4 lights, 1 artillery, and we are now the other side. So while in the last two games you have seen me putting my guerrillas on here, where the mouse is, now we are defenders, so I have to put my guerrillas on the other side. And as you could see, this white line, so the red line is where the area of deployment is the, for our opponents. The white area is where I could, behind this white area is where I can put my guerrillas. So on the left, I could put it either here or behind their units, which is somewhere in the forest here. On this side, so either right before the crossing or behind these units, which that's what I've been doing. You could also try to put, I believe you can't, oh yeah, you could also even put it over here, but then you've got to cross a river, and so there's really no use for it. In fact, I don't believe you can even do it because this is the end of the, you can zoom in, this is the end of the map. So pause, so game started, and this is going to be a fast game. We are facing England, who does not have an artillery here, 4 cav. I'm counting 1, 2, 2 lights really, and lots of infantry, good infantry, about 2 fencibles, general, foot guard, foot, light foot. Something tells me they're missing something here. Does he have any elite? Highland, foot. 1 light, 88. So he might be heavy on cav, dragoons. Okay. On this side center, you have 1 artillery, horse artillery. You have rifles. You got 3 of those. Standard general. And then on this side, you have heavy cav. Another foot artillery. Infantry. I don't see. Oh, they are hidden. That's the issue. So right now they are hidden. I'm sure he has some hidden lights as well. So there are rifles. The goal is, before the game started, IKG and we decided to attack hard from this crossing, hence guerrillas on this side, and we don't know this player. We haven't ever played with them before, so we'll see what he's going to be doing. But the plan is to cross here, and let me share with you that every time I have started in this position, it's just much harder to be defender and then having guerrillas and trying to make a big difference. Reason for that is that England can simply ignore you, rush to the crossing with these 2 units, and then just turn around half his army, get support from this side, and blocking the entrance as well as nullifying these guerrilla units here. So every time I've been playing with guerrilla on this side of the map and try to hold back this army. It did not work for me. I'll quickly lose my army and I never get a chance to actually cross either because they block the crossing, especially with rifles. You put a couple of stakes here, a couple of stakes here, and some infantry, and that's it. And even here, it's just even if you cross, you get funneled. And they could just form up here, form up this long stretch, and so you can't really get through these gaps. Okay, so just sharing with you how offense and defense is going to work on this map. It's always harder to attack, but let's see what's going to happen. So the difference again is we are not starting on this side, but we usually do and put guerrillas either here that you've seen in the last two games, far right, or far left behind this house in my previous games. But now we're defenders, and I have the center, and I've decided to put my guerrillas on this side simply because I could coordinate much better with IKG rather than the other player who we don't know. And there we go, game starts. I'm not sure if you noticed it. And we weren't, none of us were really ready. Somebody started the game early, and so we haven't really been in position. He's not been in position, my units are not in position, but you could see these guys are all coming my way. The Dragoons, 3 Dragoons are coming. There's British players coming this side, and he did notice me right here. So I think there is some sort of communication between these lads too. See, he's forming up quickly. But nobody's not going through this entrance, and that's the whole goal. So my goal is then try to draw as much time as possible to give our units a chance to cross. Got stakes here. These lights are not supported. There you go. This is one hidden unit rifles. So he's trying to go around me. And look, I'm completely surrounded here. These Dragoons are coming my way. Infantry is coming here. But we are managing to cross. My cav is being very active here. Do form a square because I see these cav coming. Manage to send these cav, and even these lancers are. He can't form square. These lancers can't form square. So there you go. Not sure if it was worth it for my lancers, but yeah, this was not worth it for my lancers. Do manage to save out of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. Lost a cap unit on lancers, but I do. I also have a foot. I'm sorry. I do have a horse artillery. Helpful. So IKG is forming up. We are tired running the distance. And so this was phase one. Phase one meaning that having guerrillas distract our opponent, and by that allowing our combined unit to cross and attack on one flank. Wisely now that we have crossed. These are micromanagement mistakes. Look at that. So he's kind of he wants to retreat from these units, but I'm still behind him. So this is an 2 cav units again. I'm not going to be able to hold back these guys. But we crossed. That was the point. So here now we're forming up, phase 2, forming up and pushing. Here we have Team Red's cav, Team Blue's cav destroyed an artillery. Yeah, we got an artillery here, so that rendered useless now. And our ally, Prussia, has the town. He's got an artillery unit. He has sent 3 cav units across, so that's a good teamwork. And he also managed to use this distraction to cross his units, so opening up a second flank, which is always good. You want to be able to distract. If you're all in one side, then he could simply form up and get you. And this is just
our men are running, sir.
but let's look at the larger map. Team Blue, Team Red. We were Team Blue trying to cross. I'm sorry, we are Team Blue, but on this map it shows that we are red. So we're the red dots. Yeah, we are red, and this is the blue, our opponent. So interestingly, look, he manages to. This is another area that's interest. This middle British player managed to come across and got behind us with 3 units. So our general is left behind, the other general is left behind. I did see that, luckily, and so trying to hold these guys back. It does not look good on this side. Prussia, our ally, is going for the charge. He's still forming wedge formation, which I do not recommend. It's just not effective. Does not give you much maneuverability and doesn't inflict as many damage as you might think. But he did get around Britain from this side, so that's pretty good from our ally. Even though we never played with him, he's been very active. It's always welcome. I wouldn't bring grenadiers, but so his cav is way too close to the line, so that you could see these bleeding men here. We are not doing too well here. Our lines are completely overstretched. So the flank is always an answer, so we got to push from the flank. And we got another thing about horse artillery is if you take them on a distance and you unlimber, you always lose an artillery. Out of 4, I have 3 left. Apparently this artillery did a good job on that. Is routing his foot unit, and it is on canister mode. Ouch. cut down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So England never got a chance, just one player, to really form up. We just caught him off guard, and he's just trying to remaneuver and find his footing. So you see pressure is on the flank, and with that, this entire this one player is moving his entire army around. And we do have, that's the advantage of having a horse artillery. You could just move it quickly around and position it where you need, and max pressure. And you could see right away I'm unlimbering it again. You just have to be agile with it. Coming for a push here. This flank does not look too good. England, they came across, actually. Look at these two units. And this one general is going to action. Team Blue General is going for action. 47, they can't form square. Noticing it, but just too late. General lost 2 men, but routed 1 foot unit. Oh, this cap is deadly here. 90, wow, 49 versus 100 fencibles, and they have lots of light here. So this flank does not look good. You're losing big time on this flank. It's overwhelmed. My cav is behind their line. That's exactly what we want. They are fresh. All have 3 chevrons, so they're absolutely deadly. So now we're going to go for target of opportunity. One of it is this artillery here. Another one is just behind. So we gotta. This is exactly what you want. Having your cap behind enemy lines and having these simple units without really support. So this artillery has not been really effective. This 12-foot artillery had to come a long distance to get into position. That's my artillery again. So you could see all over the map this one artillery. I was in communication with IKG asking him to move his men away from the artillery. So, alright, this cap unit could not inflict any. I think there's a glitch in this. He could not inflict any damage to this one artillery. So I got 2 generals here. He did see me and saw 88 foot, but look at it. 1, 2, 3. Each of these rifles is about 760 points. They do form up stakes here. So this is 3 units of 760, but 300 points. I'll take that. And another 3 units over here. So the cap definitely did its work. I couldn't get the artillery, but definitely got behind the lines, trying to get the general. See, you can't damage his artillery. That's one thing with British. This is a glitch in the game, and some people use that to their advantage. As long as it's unlimbered, you could run around, you could shoot at it, and nothing happens. That's a glitch in the game, and so you can't hurt this unlimbered British foot artillery. Just for your information. This flank is really weak on our side. The cav did some damage to these lights, but just not enough. Luckily, we do have another cav unit here, and a few Prussian. Okay, so now finally the artillery coming into action. Not even, it's trying to get unlimbered, and Britain sees that.
What's going on, Sarge? Yes, sir.
Oh, they do manage to fire.
Sir! Mittlere Kanone!
Kanonen. Ouch. So you shoot your own man. The 88 got shot by their own artillery. I'm sorry, that's the land rush. Foot guard. Oh no, he shot his own. Oh, he shot his own cav. That didn't work out. Here we have opponent's artillery. They do have all their 4 artillery.
Fire!
Ouch. Right here, the Fusiliers.
Screaming like a woman!
Noisy things.
So he did strengthen his artillery units.
Our men are running, sir!
This artillery unit is now a gunner. So I'll be frank. This unit did nothing than shooting its own units. And okay, I take it back. 2 units killed, and that was, I don't know, 900 points artillery. It just got destroyed.
Batterie zu Befehl!
Prussia's other flank is not moving. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units versus 3. So England is doing well holding back these 5 units. Team Blue is pushing. Team Red. We are all over the place right now. The lines are not clear anymore. So these guys are getting shot by these guys, but getting charged by foot guard. So let's look at see the square, how effective it is. 64 versus 63. 64 down to 52, 63 down to 60. So the square is not effective versus a charge. I take it this is foot guard, this is foot, but you could see square is just not effective. I would not form square. And this unit is forming in a square. There's no cav inside, so 85.
Orders!
A volley did not. So the lance, this is bad lance. Ouch. Alright. Down 10 men. Alright, the other front. Let's take a look at this front. Prussia did bring his general, much better. So, you see how the morale dropping? But now it's coming back. That's the effect of having a general nearby. So never leave your general behind, just try to keep it close to your units. Morale is back up. '81, 18. Allied general died. That was not a good charge. You lost a general and you got from 81 to 71, so you killed 10, you lost a general unit of 18. Morale dropping, you see that right away? So that charge was not looked, morale dropped. These guys are all retreating. Okay. Larger map. Team Red still got an artillery here, down to 2. Sustained some casualties, the artillery. They do have 2 rifles. A general charge. Killed 7. I think these guys were out of bullet. Four, 3. So it did all right, you know, 2 lights and 1 foot. That was more effective. Our general charge into artillery. And now we managed to get the artillery. Yeah, we got the artillery. And he managed to save his... That's lucky. Managed to save the general. Team Blue's light unit. So one thing I've been doing is I'm trying to get my general closer to Prussia, so now these guys are regrouping. Having a general around has helped, but Britain is doing really well, not giving any chance for these guys to reform. But there is a hill. Highland, Highland. Foot guard versus 2 unit is, I mean, against 1 unit is good, but 2, I would not want to lose. Yeah, so this wasn't a good move. Moving forward, getting shots and running back. Man, this general is fearless. Down to 3 men and rather 2 more units. The reason general is still standing is because there's another general here. But now they should rout down to 2. He's still standing. This is incredible. Down to 2 and this general is still standing. And so this is the end of the game. You could see that we completely encircled our opponent. This was the last battle on this map. Before I move on to next, as I mentioned, the goal was again to show you how aggressive attack can work, especially having Spain. I've showed you in different positions. And so hopefully you can apply this to your own game and enjoy a quick, fun battle. I still don't know how this general survived with 2 men. All right. Hope you enjoyed this. We had Johannes with 821 kill, Dutchman 1398, IKG Hellenic Lover 1568, Smack My Yak 1556, the Prophet Edward Snowden 1151, and Isaac 300, 3400, 729. Let's look at my artillery. 102 kills. So I never. I'm usually not in favor of having artillery. Good players don't bring artillery, but you could see if you use it effectively, it definitely makes a huge difference. I did lose my entire unit of 18, lost 18, but look at the amount of kills. 102 is incredible. Balloon guards, then artillery did the most amount of kills. Alright, I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next battle, cheers.